Hi, happy Tuesday. Sorry if I'm a bit echoey, but I'm in the conservatory and we haven't got all the furniture in it yet, so it does echo a little bit, but it was the brightest room in the house. Yeah. Right, well, first of all we'll do the life updates and then we'll go on to other things. Last Wednesday I went and had my right eye cataract removed. I'm very nervous because it is my good eye, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what if it goes wrong and I can't have an eye, you know, because that's a dodgy eye. Anyway, all went quite well. It was an unnerving experience, but it didn't hurt, yeah. But as you can see by the, I can't wear makeup for a couple of weeks. And it's very difficult to wash hair, etc. Because you can't get soap and things in it. So I invested in a pair of swimming goggles, much to the amusement of my son, because I don't swim. But sadly they do let a bit of water in, but it doesn't seem to be affecting my eye because it's not letting soap in. So yeah. As for the left eye, I've got to go to the optician's to get the right eye checked to make sure everything's okay and it's healed fine, and then apparently they then refer me for the left eye. So it won't be this side of Christmas, it will be, you know, whenever. So what have I been doing? Well, as you know, I finished the Granny Square Granny Takes a Trip jacket, and my lady's calling for it on Thursday. I then got in touch by my friend Lisa, who runs Bunyip Yarns. You may remember that I bought 2 skeins of pure wool off her the other week in purple colours. And she said she was the one who had the original jacket that I made originally for her. I made hers though in proper granny squares with all shades of purples, pinks, and she had the big sleeves, yeah. And she was saying, oh, I wore that jacket and wore that jacket, until she lost a lot of weight and it was too big. So she's passed it on to a friend, and her friend is still wearing it. So that's a testimony to my crochet. Anyway, update news. A lovely, lovely young lady came round yesterday and explained to me all about the business suite which they've put on Facebook. If you have a business page, you now have to go through whatever. And I'd got in touch with Zoe, 24 Carat Crochet, who had tried to help me via, because she lives in London. And, you know, me being how thicko, you know, I need somebody by my side to show me what to do. And I'm saying to Zoe, help, I can't post any photos, I can't do anything. My business page has gone to pot, I can't do anything. Anyway, she helped me, and I did manage to post a photograph, which if you are a subscriber of Urban Gypsy Crochet, you'll have seen it. Anyway, this lovely young lady called Jess, who lives round the corner from me, said she would help me. And yeah, she was so helpful. She explained everything to me, explained how I can make little videos showing my crochet. I can put pictures on with the prices on and stuff like that. So if you are a member of my Urban Gypsy Crochet page, you're going to see a lot of crochet. If you're not, don't worry, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. I'm not going to bombard you on YouTube. You won't be seeing it on here. You have to go to my Urban Gypsy Crochet page on Facebook if you want to see these videos. She did click on a link that invited all of my friends to join my Urban Gypsy page. So very sorry if you're not interested and you got an invite, just bypass it, just delete. Yeah. Anyway, what have I been doing? Of course, not being able to see too well. That's handicapped me a little recently. But I have been doing hats. Now I can't show you, I've got 5 hats I think that I put in. They've gone in the shed, which is that way. But what I've been doing is I've been using balls of wool to make hats. I mean, I did search through my hat books and I found this one, which is Noggins and Necks by Leisure Arts. had this book quite some time, and I made it's got some lovely patterns in, by the way, if you can get hold of the book still. I made that one there, trying not to show any instructions so I don't do copyright infringements. I did that one, which I have made in some wool that I'd got from Lolly's. It's shades, I don't know if you can see, from dark to light. It's basically, if you're in the UK, which I deal in UK terms, so sorry if you're in America, you'll have to work it out. It's basically one treble, one double crochet, and then on the next row you do your double crochet in the treble and your treble in the double crochet, if you follow. Yeah, so it just makes like a, I call it sort of like a moss stitch, other people call it other stitches, but that's it. I'm making a hat with the rest of the yarn. It's from Lolly, sadly no longer on in business. It was called Handmade, and I've only got the dark bit left now. Well, the two darker bits left of it now. I'm making actually another hat, which is from one of the other books. It's sort of like a mock rib design. I think that was in one of the other books. I don't know if I brought the book with me. I may have done, I may not have done. Basically it's one treble, UK, round the post, and one treble plain, and you do that all the way along. I'm sure I got it from one of the books, but maybe not this book. Maybe one of the other books I didn't bring with me. I like that, you know. Anyway, this book is also, I haven't made anything out of this yet. It's called Crochet, Hat, Scarves and Wristlets. And it's a red heart book, and again, even though it looks new, I've had it quite some time. So I'll show you what else I've made. That is the same pattern at the bottom, you know, this one front post treble, do they call it? Or you call it front post double crochet, I think, if you're American. It's front post treble to me. Again, this is made with shaded yarn. This is from ice yarn. Ice yarn that I cannot order anymore. I'll go into that in a moment. That's from the same ice yarn ball. I managed to get just two hats out of one ball, because it was quite a big ball. But this one is a shorter hat because it took quite a lot, because this one I did front post crochet, back post crochet, which makes it very, very, very warm. But unfortunately, because I ran out of yarn, it's a short hat. It's not like turn back. This is the Divine hat, which I made again with part of one ball, something else, and another part ball from the ice yarn. I think that might have been Karen Cakes, the top bit. I'm just sort of using yarn from that I have in odd balls, yeah. The idea is if I don't sell them, then they can always be donated, yeah. And that's the rest of the ball of wool. Again, this is the front post treble, ordinary treble, to make like a rib stitch going around it. These two are both from the same ball, would you believe, of yarn that I'd got from Lolly again. I'd made a shawl, I don't know whether I still have it or not, in granny squares of all different, a big grey shawl it was. I might have it, I might not, I don't know. But that was from the lighter part of the ball. There's no pattern for this. This is out of me nobble, yeah, out of me noggin. And this one's just a very plain beanie. This is the same ball, would you believe, but this is the darker part of the ball. So these are just plain beanies, yeah. Anyway, I have bought 3 hat patterns. Yes, I do buy patterns, yeah. I can't show you 2 of them because my printer's on the frizz, and there's 15 pages on each of the 2 patterns. I think she's called Katie Jane, Jane. She specialises in patterns that have like bubble patterns on them, bubbles. Beautiful patterns. She's got some beautiful patterns if you look. And she also does the UK version and the US version, which is good, yeah. And then I also bought from another lady who's called Hannah Martin. Apologies because it's not in colour. It's called the Wobble Bobble Beanie. As I said before, I'm having trouble with the printer, so you can only see it in black and white. She has a web page that she sells them for $60, and they're done in the most fantastic colours. And I thought, that's a little expensive for a hat. Until I went, she uses ice yarn called Vivid. I thought, I'll go on. I'm not ordered off ice yarn for ages because of all the import duties, blah, 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 blah. I thought I'd go on ice yarn and I'll just see, you know, how much. They're in packs of 8, right, this Vivid, which sounds okay until you realise that you need at least 3 to make this hat, you know, for the yardage wise. So you would only get 2 hats per package. Anyway, the wool was sort of like, I think it was about £8 a packet, which I thought, oh, that's great, it's not bad. That'd be like £4 for each hat. I'm sure I could make a bit of a profit on selling those. I thought, yeah. Puts them in 2 colours in my basket. So that's 2 packs of 8, that's 16 balls. Then I get to postage, and I get to the taxes, and whatever the import duty added on, £40. So I thought, no. That would have worked out at £10 just for the actual material for 1 hat. And I thought, beautiful as it was, I know I wouldn't sell them because I would make nothing on them at all, you know. And I'm sorry, I'm not sitting bobbling away there for hours. So I thought, I don't wonder she charges, I mean, it might be more import duty for her in the US. I don't wonder she charges 60 because she's got to buy the fur pom-pom as well on top of that price for the wool. So, yes, Hannah. She's called Hannah Martin. If you want to look, she does have the patterns for sale. She's got quite a few patterns for sale. The patterns are more reasonable. I think they're $5 in America, £3 something for me, you know, in the UK. But, you know, the pattern, I don't mind paying for a pattern. As long as they're not exorbitant prices. I don't mind. The other patterns I bought from, I think she's called Katie Jane. I'll try and put a link underneath this video. Her patterns are very reasonable. They're £2.99 if you're in the UK, which I thought was very reasonable for a pattern. Yeah, I'm not, you know, we all like a free pattern, yeah we do, but I'm not averse to paying for a pattern if I know I'm going to use it, yeah. I don't like paying for a pattern and when it arrives it's like 1 sheet. The instructions are very, very basic. They don't tell you anything and you think, my goodness, have I paid X number of dollars, pounds for this pattern? And it's just garbage really. I could have got a free one off Ravelry that has a lot more detail in it. But these patterns I've just bought from this Katie Jane, I think they're 15 pages long. You know, they've got pictures, you know, good explanations, etc, etc. So you don't mind paying. Even this one, I mean, I can't show you because obviously it's copyright, but she's got pictures and, you know, explanations and everything on the pattern. You know, she tells you in detail what to do. So, that's the Wobble Bobble Beanie. That takes a bit of saying, doesn't it? Wobble Bobble Beanie. Yeah. Well, my friend came yesterday. She's been making Christmas ornaments things. I've kind of given up because I was doing Christmas ornaments thinking we were going to have maybe a Christmas stall somewhere. The Christmas stalls were mostly booked up, and she works in a retail store and she's not allowed to have any weekends off now because of the Christmas, coming up to Christmas period. The kind of goods that they sell in the store is very gift, you know, minded, so lots of people will be going in to buy. They sell toys, gifts, candles, Christmas decorations, etc. I did go in our local one here and bought some baubles and everything like that. I haven't got a Christmas tree as yet because the space I've got, that I need one of those slim trees, narrow trees, so I haven't got a tree yet. But she made me this, I don't know if you can see it, I'll take it out of the bag. She made me a gingerbread man to hang on my tree. She's very talented, is my friend. Look at that, how cute. He's made out of felt, I think, yeah. He's made out of felt and he's hand stitched. Anyway, the Christmas ornaments that I've made, I'll put on my own tree. And the Indian bangles that I bought, to make more, I'm going to knit club tomorrow. So the ladies in the evening knit club, they've been making them, so I'll take the bangles. I don't need all those bangles, so I'll take them some bangles. What on earth is that? Oh, I know, it's dustbin day here. Garbage bin day, whatever you call it in America. And they've got little wheels on. So next door's obviously been wheeling his bin back, and it just sounds like thunder coming along the drive. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I've been making hats anyway. So I was talking to my friend in Devon, Bunny Up Yarns, the one where I got the wool from, and she's seen a couple of my things, made up things that she really, really likes. She's got a wool shop. She's got some boho spirit that she was reducing because she's not getting it anymore. So I'm going to do a barter. Like the old days, no money exchange type of thing, You have my cardigan, I'll have your wool. So I'm looking forward to that, because even if she's got oddments of the boho spirit, I use it to make the, that granny takes a trip jacket, or I'll use it for a hat or a scarf or a neckerchief or something like that. So I'm all fired up with my ideas, for putting things up for sale, etc. The only snag to it is I'm not allowed to lift anything because of the pressure that builds up behind your eye for another week. So I'm kind of like, raring to go, but I daren't lift up the boxes in the shed. If I really want to, I can ask my son to lift one down for me. And then I can do my little videos. But I'll be doing my little videos on my computer. Like if you watch me on Saturday Live, I use the camera that belongs to my computer. So I'll be doing my tiny little videos on there. I'm not going to do them on YouTube. I'm going to do them on there and see where we go from there. I mean, as you know, I've said before, I'm not in the market anymore for doing orders and doing things like that. But I would like to just get some room. Get some room in my crafting shed so I can actually craft in the shed. At the moment it's like, fight your way in through everything. I mean, you've seen a video of it, you know how crowded it is. I mean, it's funny, whenever any of my friends visit, they go home with a big carrier bag. When Sue comes down, she went home with a big black bin bag. Everybody that comes has to go home with something. I'm determined it's going to get down one way or the other, And so we'll see how we go with that, I mean, I'm not being picky, but I'm not like, I'm only donating it to my friends, I'm not going to be, oh yeah, you have this, you have this, you have this. No. I'm not being iffy, but I've got a scooter to pay for. And as I can't do any extra work, and as I'm not taking orders for crochet really, I'm just going to gather what bits of money I can get together and pay for the scooter. I did tell you I'd gone out on the scooter, didn't I? I did go to St Anne's on the scooter. It's a bit of a rattle trap, a bit of a bone shaker. So I can't go on it at present because, of course, I have to be very careful with the eye. Can't rub it, can't bang it, can't knock it. But the vision, It's actually not as good now as it was when I first came out of the clinic, yeah. I don't know whether it's settled down a bit. The only thing is, I can see across the road, I can see the cars across the road parked in the driveways, see the houses. All I could see before was fuzzy houses and fuzzy cars. And a lady came to the door the other week, and I said to her, you know, there's a lady at the door for you. And he said, it's Jess. He said, it's the lady from across the road. I'd seen her getting in and out of the car with the kiddies. But of course, because I couldn't see, I wouldn't know her face from Adam, if you know what I mean. So she's standing on my doorstep. I didn't know who she was. So now I can see her. The only drawback is because I've only had one eye done, the other eye is still seeing in its old fuzzy dark state. So it's giving me headaches. All the time a headache. It's like your eyes are seeing at two different levels, two different whatever. My brain is trying to compute the difference between one eye and the other eye, and it's just giving me a headache all the time. And I've had to find my old prescription reading glasses because I'm okay with everything. I can read a book, I can read me little, I haven't got a tablet or anything fancy like that, I've just got a little Kindle Fire that I just look at. But I can't read my phone, you know, the little messages on the phone, I have to put my glasses on for that. Yet when I first came out of the clinic, I could, so I don't know what's going on. Mind you, I'm putting my own eye drops in now, and it doesn't help when you poke yourself in the eye with a little dropper, does it, you know? So it just feels at the moment like there's a little bit of grit in my eye, so I want to keep blinking away. But I'm sure it will settle down. It's only been not even 1 week, it'll be 1 week tomorrow, yeah? Yeah. And the day after that, Thursday, it's happy birthday to me. This old bird will be 76. So I really wished I had makeup on, you know, to feel a little bit more like me, but hey ho. Hey ho, it's me, what's and all, you know what I mean, can't help it, can I? Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So my niece came on Saturday. She brought my sister-in-law because my sister-in-law's never seen the bungalow before. But unfortunately it wasn't a nice day. It was quite windy and it was rainy. And my sister-in-law's going, oh, I don't think I could live so close to the sea, it's cold. And the sea was like a high tide when she came, so it did look a little bit rough. So she's like, oh, I don't envy you living by the sea. It's a pity she didn't come on a nice day because it's beautiful when it's, you know, when it doesn't even have to be raging sunshine. It's just, when it's high tide, windy and rainy, it's not the best time to view where I live, you know. But when the wind drops and, you know, there's no rain, it's not been as cold here as it would have been, I think, if I'd have still been in Manchester. There's lots of things I do miss in Manchester, like for example, even though I'd find it difficult to get there, they have the Christmas markets in Manchester, you know, with all the little stalls selling really, really overpriced Christmassy drinks and Christmassy food and stuff like that. But I did used to like to go because they used to have craft stalls and they used to have, you know, things that were inspiring to look at and stuff like that. You know, I did go to St Anne's to see my friend, I think I mentioned that. She's got a lovely shop there, little crafts and everything. Beautiful little shop. The St Anne's is like more oldie worldy where the shops are. They're like old-fashioned shops, not massive big chain stores and stuff like that. They're just like shops, what I call proper shops. I don't know whether you have them in the US or not, little tiny shops. You maybe would sort of blink and wonder what they were because you're used to malls, aren't you, and big things like that. But St Ives is still old-fashioned, it still has it. was, yeah. I would love to go back there one day when it's nice, because unfortunately I went on a rainy day. So I didn't look at any of the other shops because I just wasn't in the mood, because it was cold and it was raining. So I would love to go, now I've got my full scooter, I would love to go back and have a proper look at all the shops when it's a nice day. Yeah. So I think that's all I've got to tell you at the moment, except if you are interested, even if you don't buy, if you're interested in nosying properly at all the things I've got with the sizes and stuff like that, then you need to go on Facebook, you need to be a member, I don't think you need to be a member, but you need to go to Urban Gypsy Crochet Facebook page, and there you will, not this week probably, but next week you might see a parade of crochet going passing by with me going, hey, have you seen this? Hey, have you seen that? So that's what's in store for you. In the meantime, I am going to go make a coffee, I think, although I do have, yeah, Pepsi, recycled. Shouldn't do adverts, should we? But never mind. But I think actually I will leave that for, I can drink that as I'm going along, can't I? I think I will treat myself to a coffee. Black coffee, 2 sweeteners please, if you're offering me one. Gave up milk on a faddy diet about 20 years ago. I gave up milk in coffee. Hated it at first, but this funny diet I was on at the time was no dairy, and that's my phone telling me to shut up because I'm going to get cut off. So I went on this faddy diet with no dairy, and after I'd struggled with black coffee for about a week or two, I found I couldn't put the milk back in it. So now I kind of struggle with a cappuccino, you know, if I'm going to Costa or Starbucks or somewhere like that, adverts again. But by and large, no, I don't put milk in my coffee anymore. Anyway, I'm going to go before it chops me off, so thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye now.